joins us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, the spin. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
But one thing that's confirmed is that Russell Wilson knows how to elude pressure, and he finds openings to throw the ball, and he does the same thing in running it. He lost about 300 yards from last season in his rushing total, but I think that's a good thing. People respect his running ability so much, it's opening up pass lanes for his team.
Flushed out right. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Here we go with Rawls. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Week 11 for Stewart, 31 yards on 18 carries, so not a great game. He did have a nice touchdown run from 1 yard out going through the air.
And when he runs the ball well, Carolina's a tough team to stop. And while the last 3 games have not shown that, the numbers are really down, he does make them go when he's in form. And I know right now he's trying to stave off those whispers about turning 30 and that maybe his production will go down. Let's see if he can increase it down the stretch.
He's going to need to, because you mentioned those last 3 games, 112 yards on 46 carries. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
To throw on second down is Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Continues to be a tough year for Benjamin. 3 catches, 56 yards in Week 11, and just once this year, over 100 for him.
And one thing we do have to keep in mind, it's his first season back after the torn ACL in 2015. Cost him the entire season. And you know as well as I do, it's usually the second year back after knee surgery you see a guy get all of his form. I think Kelvin Benjamin will be A-OK going forward. A big, big target for Cam Newton.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Mike Cyphers to punt this away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the... That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. These Panthers had the most takeaways in the NFL regular season a year ago, and they get the scoop and the score here.
What was that number? It was a big number.
39. 6 more, by the way, than second-place Arizona.
But those are both teams that know how to swarm and attack. The Panthers did the best in the league in 2015.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. On 1st down, Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Rawls got a big ovation from this Seattle crowd. First game since week 2 for him when he played against Philadelphia, 57 yards on the ground.
Well, you remember what he did last season, filling in and becoming the #1 running back before breaking an ankle later in the year at Baltimore. And so they couldn't wait to have him back full-time because Christine Michael no longer with the team. C.J. Prosise, who was expected to fill that role as well, he got hurt in this past game. They need every bit of Thomas Rawls going forward.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's run with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt, most in the NFL. Of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
And Baldwin was over 100 yards receiving, but we mentioned it earlier, the play that people were talking about, his touchdown pass to his quarterback, Russell Wilson.
And it's not just the people talking about it. I will guarantee Doug Baldwin is talking about it. He's going to walk into the offensive team room this week. He's going to walk into the quarterback room this week and say, you know something? Maybe this is where I should be. He's going to have a lot of fun with this one.
Big help in their win over the Eagles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Stop. Wilson to you. No, because he's not in there. Third running back. Thomas Rawls. Wide receiver. Doug Baldwin.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And off his back foot, he'll throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On second down, they run with Stewart, and this will go as a short.
Please like, subscribe, post, share.